Okay, so now we are going back into the intro to programming. We are working on lesson one, arithmetic and variables. So I'm gonna click here to resume course. I'm just gonna go over some basic things that you should know about here. So first you have to set up the notebook. A notebook is what they call the script runner. It is cloud-based. Here is adding a cell. Let's see, adding a cell. So if you need a something for a sandbox to kind of test around, you can add the cell. You can also delete it there. Add cell options. You can insert the cell above or below. You can cut a cell, and then we could do Control Z because I cut this cell. We can copy a cell, paste a cell, run the cell, or run all cells. The code and the markdown is here. Now, as a reminder, hashtags are comments that is in a uh, dark green, forest green, and those are not visible to the front end. All this code is back end, and this is what we do. So the first one, you just have to run. You can use the run button or shift enter. So then you're going to just continue on. Do not delete this Q1 check. That one will show you that you've successfully completed. All you have to do is run this one. Question 2, you're going to actually change the message that is in the quotations. Remember, printing is not like a printer. A printer tells like what the output is going to be for the front end. So all of this is on the back end, but on the front end, you would see coding is not hard. It just takes focus and practice. And I probably should make that a full sentence, and then so that I can see the difference, I'm going to do Shift Enter, and look, the period is now added. So another thing that we found out is if you get stuck, you can use this Q3 for a hint, Q3 for a solution. If you needed those, you would paste that into your question. For example, I am going to go all the way down to question number, I think it's number 4, still continued. At the top, I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to hit run, and it tells me if you're ever stuck on a question, it's a good idea to look at the hint before viewing the solution, because you can also look at the solution. But it tells me where. Check where you've entered, check where you've updated the starter code. So the starter code is here, and it tells me that I haven't done anything here. It says birth per minute. On average, there's 250 births per minute. And then it says define the variable births per day. Contain the average number of babies born on each day. To set this variable, you should use births per minute and some of the variables from the previously coded cell. So that is going to take some math. I think we're going to have to do how many minutes there are in a day, which is minutes per hour. So that's 60, and then 24 hours. So I'm going to pull up my calculator. (24) times 60 times, well, no, let's do that one. That's 14 births per minute. times 250. 360,000. Oops. Cancel. Okay, I got it incorrect. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to have to play around. I want us to continue on and I will help you with these. But yes, it does take reading what the information is, a little bit of math and logic, but that is all this class is about, is really, I've been completely telling you this, computers are big calculators and that is how we display information. Good luck and